So I'm hoping to make something beautiful out of this big honker. Structurally, she's in pretty decent condition, but these chunky handles and the dated dark finish has definitely got to go.
Oh, anyone home?
We've got some pretty big plans for this one, so let's pop these handles off and give her a good scrub. Right now I'm gonna test with acetone to see how easily this comes off, because I'm just afraid, you see where it's chipping, I'm afraid that it's MDF, so I don't want to sand and go through it. Just got it from Sherwin-Williams. Just gonna do a little bit because I'm doing a tiny test patch. I want to try it on this patterned area. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Okay, nice. Seems to be coming off pretty good. Because I'm pretty sure that this is a veneered piece, it'll be really easy for me to blow through it with a sander and just ruin the piece completely. So using acetone or even stripper will be a lot more gentle on the wood. And since this dresser is so massive, it took quite a while to get all the finish off. But once most of it is off, I'll do a final wash with a clean towel and some clean acetone. So I'm a little worried about what this is made of, just because the grain looks really like it doesn't look like a natural wood grain. Um, so when I did acetone on this, I figured out that it was some like plastic type of edge banding. So I might have to just treat this like as a faux wood, just with paints and glazes and stuff, and try to match it to what I want the top to look like. But yeah, that kind of puts a wrench in things. But I hope we'll be able to figure it out. So we'll deal with the weird edge band thing another day, but for now, I'm just gonna do a light sanding with 220 just to clean it up a little bit more. And I'm being super careful here, especially around the edges, because I really don't want to blow through that veneer. So you want me to take off that fake ring? These holes are getting filled in because number one, they're a little bit too high, and number two, I've got some really cool new hardware in mind. So we are in the process of taping off this top surface so that we can prime this edge banding, since now we have to treat it like a faux wood finish. Bullseye. This is my paint tray. Okay, we're rolling on the sides of the drawers because I want to paint with the drawers in. Or sorry, I want to spray with the drawers in. Spin over everything else. So now that we've been working on furniture for like 3.5 years now, it makes you really realize like when things are well built and when they're not. Which brings me to my sister's bed. Technically, she's Kendall's sister, but at this point, she's my sister too. Chris is still using their old double mattress from when they were kids, and the frame creaks every time you move in bed. So we're swapping it out today for a queen size bed frame. This part of the video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. You probably know them for their standing desks, but they actually make really high quality home furniture that combines durability, modern style, and functionality. So when they offered to help us upgrade Curtis's room, we happily took them up on it. So the frame that I picked uses Japanese joinery, which means they kind of fit in like puzzle pieces together. So that's actually what's going to give you all the strength instead of relying on like screws or something else. One thing that I really appreciate is that it's made from solid rubber wood, so you're getting that real wood construction instead of like mystery wood concoction. So we got our beds in around 3 business days, which is actually really fast compared to a lot of other furniture brands. But the thing that I'm super excited for, because they sent us one too, is that I have so much clearance under the bed. I've got like 10.2 inches now, so that whatever I don't want to clean up just yet, I can just shove it under there. What's also really nice is that the slats have Velcro underneath them that stick to the bed frame itself, so then there's no like sliding around and creaking, and it's actually a really silent bed. The legs are set a little bit inward, so then you can push it all the way up against the wall. And when it's all set up with the mattress and everything, it sits at a pretty good height. It's not too high and not too low. So we're going from a creaky childhood bunk bed to a full queen size upgrade. Let's bring her in. Wow! So if you're interested in a new bed, click the link in the description to check out the FlexiSpot bed frame for yourself. Don't miss out on this. You can use the discount code to save some money. So go check it out and transform your sleep with comfort, convenience, and unmatched value. Now back to the video. Okay, so it's the next day, and right now we're just getting ready to roll the paint on the edges of the drawers and also just hit the areas of the frame that didn't get primed. Now as for the paint we're going to use, it's Oat Latte by Rust-Oleum. I need to make sure that we get the full frame, so I'm doing my first coat with the drawers out. And if you get any weird particles that get stuck in your paint, a really good tool to use is a dental pick.
Oh god.
And since this is only the first coat, I'm not too worried about getting full coverage just yet. So after the paint dried, I could see there were these like dark spots, I guess you'd call them, popping out through the paint, kind of like bleed through or something. So just before we do the next coat, I covered the dark spots with some more of that bin before going over it again. So we did 3 coats of paint on the body, and then we're going to go in with some tinted poly just to seal everything in. Now onto the top. Now we've got the top of this all clean and sanded down. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a paint wash situation. I'm trying to make it like a nice neutral gray brown, more brown than gray, but you'll kind of see what I mean. I'll show you how we make the paint wash now. This is oat latte. Mix it with a little bit of water. I've got these little like notches that I've just drawn on in Sharpie. I'm probably gonna do 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3, maybe that much. So I'm gonna go to that line right there. Maybe a little short. Give that a mix. Ready? Flagstone. Got a little sponge and our flagstone stain. I'm actually so glad that I taped underneath the top just to catch any spillage, because if that stain ended up on the dresser, we're gonna be set back like a couple days at least. So this paint wash and stain layering situation is actually my favorite finish to do right now, especially with light colored furniture. It's a couple more steps, but the finish it gives is like the perfect medium brown. It's so good. So please, Rust-Oleum, if you're watching, never discontinue this because I need it. So while all of that's drying, we can move on to drilling some new holes for some brand new hardware. A tool that I think is super underrated for this job is a scratch awl. You can use it as a punch so then your drill bit doesn't want to fly around all over the place as you're drilling the holes. The holes are done, so let's show you how we took care of that plastic edge banding. So I covered it up with some of that same color we did for the body, and we're just gonna let that dry. Using that same flagstone stain right over top, and with a little nail brush that you can get from the dollar store, I'm just gonna drag that through the stain before it has a chance to dry, and hopefully it'll make some like wood grains. For it being a faux wood finish instead of real wood, I think it looks pretty good. You can see it a little better in this clip where I'm top coating the top with some clear poly. So now before I show the reveal, let's go back and see what we started with. It was really nothing to write home about. The dark finish and clunky hardware dated it so much, but just with a little elbow grease, we were able to get her looking brand new again. It looks so much cleaner, the new hardware makes it so much more modern, and in the end, I'm really happy with the result. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with us. See you later.